2 weeks.
I did it yesterday.
See, it happens.
The lid on my thing wasn't on enough, and it spilled on my nice shirt. I wasn't worried about my shirt. I was worried about the dropped coffee.
Exactly. That's what you get for wearing a nice shirt.
So you know what's kind of crazy about this movie is you obviously did the research, but Sean Hargraves, the guy who did the production design in this movie, he's the senior concept designer on Thor Ragnarok, Star Wars Episode 9, Avengers Infinity War, Guardians 2, Pacific Rim 2, and he did visual effects on The Last Crusade, The Abyss, and The Hunt for Red October.
I mean, his career took off.
Yeah.
All the visual effects look good. There's nothing that doesn't look good about it. The only problem they have with it is they light everything so you can see it all. So there's no sense of menace. It's more of like, it's heavy-handed in like a nu metal sense.
I mean, there was nu metal in this movie.
That was tricky, and that was not nu metal. That is that
wasn't nu metal?
No, Tricky's not nu metal.
Oh, okay.
That is a British, I can't remember it, something pop. But it is a hybrid genre. But I own that album. It's the only reason I know that.
Wait, you own the 13 Ghosts soundtrack?
No, the Tricky album.
Oh, okay, got it. I'm like, that's commitment right there.
I looked up the soundtrack. There's only 2 songs, and the rest are just parts of like the film. And like one of them's called the demise of Matthew Lillard's character.
I don't want to remember that because I liked him in this movie.
I know, this is one of his better movies.
And you know what else I loved is Greg Nicotero and Robert Kurtzman did the special effects, a lot of the makeup.
Yeah, I mean, we can say this a million times. Like, it looks really good.
They got the dudes from Evil Dead, Army of Darkness, and The Mouth of Madness, Spawn, Faculty, and From Dusk Till Dawn. It's nuts. Like, so this movie had a $42 million budget, and they probably shot it in 2000. So with inflation, that's probably 60 million, 65 million. That's a lot for a horror film.
Mm.
I mean, that's a lot. Oh, I guess what happened at the time was The Haunting with Owen Wilson and Lily Taylor, right?
Yeah. So before I forget, first, Tricky, the musician, he does trip hop. So that genre is trip hop with like Massive Attack.
Got it.
And Alanis Morissette's the background voice, by the way, in that song. The
what?
Woman. Yeah, she's uncredited. I went down a rabbit hole with this film. I was just like looking at a million different things. But that movie you're talking about, was it Haunted House, House on Haunted Hill?
Yeah, House on Haunted Hill with Jeffrey
that's the
Rush,
same production.
right?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's the same production company.
Dark Castle?
Yeah. Did you read anything about Dark Castle?
Well, I mean, they did The Haunting, right? And then they did this, and then they did 13 Ghosts. What were their other movies?
So these are the ones that I saw. Here, the background on it is that the idea of it, they formed this company to do movies that William Castle produced, to do remakes of William Castle movies. And William Castle is essentially this gimmick director known for like ghost-o-vision and like putting things in seats and shaking. Like when you think of like a schlock director from the 50s, this is the dude, right? So this bunch of people decided to remake his crazy movies, and they formed Dark Castle Entertainment. And the movies that they did, where they did House on Haunted Hill and they did 13 Ghosts, which are both remakes of William Castle movies, and then they completely dropped that and did whatever they wanted. So they did Ghost Ship, Gothica, and House of Wax. And I think a more recent one, quote unquote, is Split.
Oh, I love Split.
Yeah, Split's amazing. There's definitely like an increase in like, okay, we're doing better movies because I don't know if you've seen Ghost Ship, but I remember seeing that in the theater and like, this is a really bad movie.
Very, very bad. And it's pretty, they must have been profitable because this movie made 68 million worldwide. And Gothica, when I added inflation, I did some research lately for Robert Downey Jr. movies. That did like 114 million with inflation. So
Gothica's a good movie.
They made some money, I guess. Some money.
Yeah. I kind of want to think of them as like the Blumhouse, maybe. And maybe a little more money into it. You know how like Blumhouse is like, you were going to spend like $10 million and nothing else, and that's it.
Yeah.
And
there's
maybe
$8 I'll see in 2 weeks.
What are you going to get? If it makes us $300, you know, how much profit is that?
Yeah, that's right. Use your phone.
Oh, man. Yeah. I have another really weird bit of trivia for you.
Yeah, let's hear it.
And so this comes from IMDb, and I don't know if it's true, but I want it to be true. Okay. So when they walk into the house for their first time, there is the samurai room.
Yeah.
They show all those swords. One of the swords is from Highlander, the series. So when they walked into that house, there was that samurai suit. And I think there was a huge missed opportunity to have a samurai in this film. I really, really thought there was going to be one, and I was disappointed that there wasn't.
There should have been. That would have looked awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like they only collected ghosts from North America. Like, this wasn't an international ghost mission.
I want a movie of F. Murray Abraham and Matthew Lillard going around and catching the other 11 ghosts.
Yeah. And, okay, so I know we're jumping around.
That's fine.
But at the end of the film, the house blows up, right? And then all the ghosts walk out. That's essentially setting up for the sequel with Tony Shalhoub's character going around catching the ghosts because they're murderers. He let a bunch of like serial killer ghosts out in the world and was completely nonplussed about it.
And no one's out there catching the ghosts because F. Murray Abraham stopped.
Yeah, and Matthew Lillard's dead.
That juggernaut is going to murder hundreds.
Yeah, killed 40 people, and they're like, hey, there he is. He's walking into the woods. I hope he doesn't run into some Boy Scouts.
Now, they stop F. Murray Abraham from just simply looking back and forth into the future. That's it, right?
Yeah, it was very convoluted. They're like, you could see anywhere in time, and then you'll become all-powerful. But how long would the Oculus stay open? Was this a power that he was just constantly granted? They were very confused about it.
Was he drawing power from the ghosts when they were in those cubes? So why did they have to go stand around the portal?
Magic? I don't think they were drawing power from it until they went into the circle and completed the spell.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was, like I said, it was very, very confusing.
This movie could have been very simple. Like, he just needed a 13th ghost, so he brings the family there to kill him.
Yeah, you have to kill one of them or force someone to die, and then boom, you're powering your Oculus engine.
You don't even need the Oculus, right? You could just have a chant in a circle full of dust or whatever you do in like a witch's circle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, a hexagon or a 6-pointed star, and there you go.
Just go Suspiria, like the latest one. Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. I know. I saw that in the theater. I was really hyped for it. I don't do well with body horror. It's one of the few movies that I turned my head. I covered my eyes in the theater. I'm a grown man, like looking through a little slit in my fingers.
Oh, that was a brutal. Yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah.
See, they could have done that and not had the bad. Now, I don't. You know me, man. I don't like hating on movies, but I felt like the CGI in this 2001 movie, CGI was good at that time. It was not good.
No, it wasn't. It looked like a video game.
Yeah.
Like a really early rendition of a video game. And I was watching the backstory on it, and they were like really proud of it, and I was like, really? It's like it looks pretty bad, actually.
I read between the lines a little bit, and the guy's like, for the time we had, I think we did good. You know what I mean?
Good for him. Yeah. He's like, I had 2 weeks and I got it done.
Yeah. It's like, here, Mark, Jason Blum gives me $8, tells me I have 3 days to make a movie. If I churn anything out, I'm going to be like, yeah, it's not bad. Because that definitely threw me out a little bit of the film. Because I just wanted more of the ghosts. I wanted more of that dude with the baseball bat. I wanted more of the samurai ghost. That didn't even exist, but I want it now.
I don't know why they teased us like that. God.
Oh, man.
I was really hyped because I didn't remember all the ghosts. I was like, oh, we're going to get a ghost sword fight scene. And then nothing. Didn't get anything.
Oh, man. Matthew Lillard sword fighting an invisible ghost.
That's in the prequel.
Oh, I want that movie. Let's do it.
Talking about something that pulled me out of this film is again at the beginning when they're all having breakfast and the little kid's like, "You're a slut."
Oh yeah.
And I was like, really? Like you can just say this? Like the 2000s were a much different time.
Yeah, and then you're like, no, she's a bitch, right? Isn't that what they said?
Yeah, that's exactly what the babysitter says. I was like, oh.
Oh, these precocious children. That kid's a brat in this movie, dude. And I'm very happy he disappeared quickly because he does not listen to anything.
Did you hear what he was recording? He had his own radio show. Did you hear what it was called?
No, what was it?
Death in America.
Oh, wow.
He was just recording like people who died, how they died.
I mean, he's true crime. He is one of the first podcasters. That's big business right now, right?
It is. Yeah, look at us.
He's probably doing How to Make a Murderer right now, this kid.
Could you imagine him like recording it, then handing it to his dad for his dad's drive to work and being like, put this cassette in and tell me what you think.
It's interesting. Wait, I'm sorry. I got to do this. Are they going to help hunt those ghosts down? Are those ghosts those ghosts walked away peacefully, right? So are they done killing now?
That's not from what I understood from the movie. I understand that they are just malevolent spirits who are going to kill people, period.
Should they tell somebody?
They probably should, yeah.
That's a good point.
You're going to have a forest filled with evil ghosts.
The rest of their lives, like Matthew Lillard said, ghosts are everywhere. Are they going to wear the glasses?
Oh, man. I bet they take them.
Yeah.
And they probably wear them every now and then, maybe on Halloween, to see who's really a ghost. But I don't think they're gonna like wear them around everywhere because they're not in style. They dated pretty fast. Those are like Oakleys.
Yeah, this is a terrifying ending though. The rest of their lives, they're gonna know that there are horrible spirits out there just crushing people
who know who you are and may have ill feelings towards you.
They gossip. Ghosts do.
Ghost gossip, definitely. What else do they have to do?
I want that show. Ghost gossip. CW this fall.
I mean, that does sound like a really good CW show, actually.
Ghost Gossip Girls.
It's like Supernatural and Gossip Girls.
Oh my gosh, I want this, and it's just ghosts. Well, Riverdale's getting so crazy. I watch Riverdale. I'm not ashamed of it. That show's getting so insane. I could see Gossip Ghosts on that show next season.
I haven't started. No, that's not true. I watched the first 4 episodes. I just didn't get into it.
So bad. It jumped to like the 8th. It's a total waste of all this supernatural crap. And once they get past that, it goes back to Bonkers Town.
We're kind of living in a golden age of weird, strange, like sort of horror. It's not like straight up our horror, but spookiness with that and Sabrina and Supernatural and
according
sort of a horror.
According to Jim.
According to Jim, I don't know what that is.
Oh, that was the Jim Belushi show. Yes.
No, definitely don't remember.
It's your birthday? That show had like 7,000 episodes. All right, so how about this? You and I are going to stop the podcast right now. We're going to watch all of According to Jim, and we're going to finish up this podcast just talking about that. How's that sound?
That sounds great. We can do this.
All right, we'll take a break and we'll do it. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks. And so what do you think about According to Jim?
It's fantastic. I am so happy you forced me to watch this. I'm going to spread the word.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get it out there. We're going to get it an Emmy, but it's been off the air for 10 years. But we're going to work on getting an Emmy,
an honorary Emmy.
Yeah, honorary
for
Emmy.
Achievement.
Yeah, achievement. I mean, it ran 100 episodes.
We really plowed through that pretty fast.
I mean, 20 minutes, right? We haven't slept in a few days, but we did it. Yeah. Well, no, actually, you could get that done in 24 hours. All right. So let's say it's 100 episodes or 20 minutes. I don't want to do math, but yeah. I mean, we could knock that out. I stopped doing that. I do enough math when I write every day. I don't want to do it when I'm thinking later on. Now, hey, I just want to say before we get too far into the podcast, I just want to say everyone should listen to your podcast. Do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, so I am the co-host of Award Wieners, and it is a podcast about Oscar-winning movies and hot dogs. So we are going through all 91 Best Picture winners, and for every Best Picture winner, we are making a unique hot dog. And the idea is really to celebrate film and American pop culture.
And you throw in other reviews as well, too.
Yeah, every now and then we'll do like major movies. So we're doing Marvel. So we're definitely going to do the fourth. So this is actually is it the fourth Avengers movie or the third?
Yeah, fourth.
We're going to do the fourth Avengers movie. We're definitely going to do that one. And then we do like sort of things around special things that we like. So I did G.I. Joe because that was my favorite movie growing up.
Wow.
The animated one. And so we do it every now and then. We did Idiocracy too, but primarily we're just really trying to get through all of the Best Picture winners. It comes out twice a month. I have learned a lot about Oscars. My big day was on Sunday because I watched all 3.5 hours of the Oscars ceremony.
Wow. How many did you get right? I know you had your prediction. I didn't get the chance to listen to your prediction podcast. How many did you get right?
I got 16 out of 24.
I got 14.
Oh, okay. So that's actually pretty good. Like we